gross. But,
well, hold on. Speaking of being canceled, Josh Whedon's canceled, right?
I mean, can you cancel somebody with that much money? Is he just?
I just read an article saying that some insider said that he's blacklisted in Hollywood now because of like what had happened, like those reports of like his behavior during. Because I didn't know he did Buffy.
Dude, he did Buffy. He did Angel.
I think he did so many things. I just read all his body of work, and I was like, damn, this dude's been around for a fucking long time.
Firefly.
He basically got accused of just like, I don't know, rude and unprofessional kind of lewd behavior. And like, I think people are, I don't know, maybe because dude, if you're a person who like rubs people the wrong way here and there, and you never really, you kind of burn bridges and shit, and then you get canceled, it just makes it that much easier to cancel you. So it's like, maybe he was that kind of dude, and so that's why he's being blacklisted, which is what I read today. But I don't know.
I heard a lot of complaints from like actors who weren't white complaining about him, and the actress
Cyborg
Ray Fisher,
Cyborg from Justice League,
and the actress who played, I want to say, what's her name, Claudia or something, in Angel, she complained about him too. Something about how like when she got pregnant, he got super pissed.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And somebody said something about like Gal Gadot's, I guess, like apparently he had locked Gal and her stunt double in the room and said something like I guess he tried to force him to do a scene. I mean, I don't know. I gotta look it up before we start shooting stuff out.
I mean, I haven't heard that one at all.
Did Joss Whedon lock Gal Gadot and her stunt double? Oh, so she didn't want to film the scene, so he filled him with the stunt double, but before he filmed the scene with the stunt double, he locked Gal Gadot in a closet and threatened her career to try to get her to shoot the scene. And I don't think she shot the scene. I think the stunt double shot the scene. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you locking people in closets, bro? We're all adults.
I also heard that something else where Josh Whedon never like physically cheated on his wife, but they called it like mentally cheating. He had like emotional relationships with other women or something. I mean, I don't know. This is what I heard.
I mean, it's a form of cheating for sure. Like emotional, like, I don't know, connection with someone else besides like your significant other. Kind of takes away from the relationship.
Yeah, like he would form these emotional bonds with other female actors, or like these female actors to play out like these characters that he would create.
Interesting.
It's like,
wait, what the fuck?
Hold on, honestly, dude, just that sentence. If I never thought I would hear that in my life, that's a crazy sentence. It's a crazy thing. That's awesome.
Harvey Weinstein, dude. I mean, I'm getting these guys confused. Yeah, dude. Dude, I got those guys confused.
So Harvey Weinstein LARPing.
Harvey Weinstein, yeah, using his power in the media industry
to LARP hard.
I still feel like there needs to be lines drawn between someone who's a shitty boss and someone who's a literal rapist. I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I just want to draw the lines. Like, and it's difficult, and I do think that this stuff needs to be discussed so we can kind of figure out where we are as a culture and understanding this. But like, as much as I love Tarantino, there's a fucking Tarantino poster right there. There's a Buffy poster right there. But like, Tarantino almost killed Uma Thurman on Kill Bill. She like broke her spine driving.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna start like. And that's kind of so we need to start like being more holding everybody accountable, like if they're putting people in danger for this stuff, particularly to just make these movies that we care about. But it's just so, yeah, I mean, say what you're going to say.
I agree with you. Like putting people in danger is like never good, always wrong. Like you shouldn't fucking do that. But I think with the Josh Whedon case that like he literally added the fact that he was like threatening these like crazy things, like threatening careers, like being lewd, like doing all this stuff. I think to me that's more than just being like I don't know if you were saying that Joss Whedon was just a bad boss. Like that to me is a little more than just being a bad boss. That's more like
I'm certainly he's
shitty fucking behavior.
But I'm not saying like as far as romantic relationships, we have no evidence that he's like
yes.
As far as like actual on-set behavior, no one's gotten killed under his watch.
Yeah.
Or have been maimed or anything like that. Not like the Resident Evil situation where that woman got maimed and
she lost her arm. Yeah, the stunt double lost her arm. Yeah,
I'm not holding them accountable like the same way we are. And so I'm just like, how do we cancel someone like Joss Whedon, whose career is basically behind him? He's already made all his TV shows. He made the Avengers. He made the Avengers 2 and was like, fuck this. I'm so tired of this shit. I don't want to do it. And then DC came back and was like, hey, can you make this half-made movie that needs to be crunched out in 3 months? And then he kind of does it. And now, like 3 years after the fact, everyone's like, hey, we need to cancel you. And he's like, he's already got all the money. He's already won. It doesn't matter if he's on
I agree.
Tarantino, you know, what is it? Is it Paul W.S. Anderson from like Resident Evil? Like those people are still active filmmakers that we can put on trial now versus like the guy who hasn't made anything for years and we're going to be like, we're going to get you this time, sir. You've already made all your money off of all the reruns for 20 years and now we're going to get you. Not the guy who's still making the movies we like, you, sir, who's not doing anything.
I guess you're right. Like, where do we go from here?
Yeah. Well, we have the conversations. That's the first step. And then we kind of just start figuring out, you know, where's the culpability of it, you know? My girlfriend, you know, loves horror, loves watching those films. And one of the documentaries we were watching is, you know, about, what's his face? The guy on Twilight Zone, John Landis, the director. And while he was filming, child actors who were on set, because he didn't want to hire actual union labor, so he hired children who were not actors to play these parts. And the main actor got decapitated on set by a falling helicopter.
What?
Yes. And to this day, no one has ever really been held responsible for these 3 people being crushed to death under a helicopter while filming this movie. But people are like, well, it's kind of the director's fault. It's kind of his fault because he was in charge and he called action and he made all this stuff go down. And he's just kind of like a rich enough, celebrity enough guy that can be like, yeah, it was a real accident. It was a real shame. You know, nothing, it didn't kind of go well. And then, you know, that just kind of gets brushed under the rug. And I would think we just got to be more aware of what these creators do to make their creations and kind of really analyze the price.
I guess that's the reason why they signed the like a safety or a liability sheet, right?
Yeah.
When they get stuff on set.
Well, that was the thing too. Was like there were children that were like on set, and due to like child labor laws, they were not allowed to be on set like after 9 p.m. So he went around those labor laws to find people who weren't on the system, like hire them on to have like midnight filming of this crazy explosion helicopter scene.
Well, then that dude should be held responsible.
Yes, he should. But like he's sweet pie. You know, it's just kind of one of those weird Hollywood enigma things where if you're a big enough celebrity, can you get away with this stuff? And so I guess it's important in social media that we kind of keep this stuff alive, keep it aware of it, kind of just keep it in the conversation.
Like a cautionary tale.
People definitely keep tabs of that shit. Yeah. For sure.
But it's also weird because then it's like every time you bring it up, like, oh yeah, John Landis, he directed Thriller and he, you know, kind of killed 3 people, if you think about it.
Shit. I didn't even know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's and it's interesting stuff. I was gonna kind of, I don't know why horror got back onto me, but Eric, I know you watched Supernatural, right?
Yeah.
And
no, you're about to shatter my world?
No, I'm kind of curious, like, because you know, as my girlfriend and I are talking about like different horror ideas for different scripts and something like that. There's something like Supernatural that has had hundreds of episodes. And has played with hundreds of different horror concepts in like a 45-minute segment.